South Charleston, West Virginia for our annual tractor and engine show we hold here every year. West Virginia Antique Engine and Tractor Association has been doing a show here at Bridgeport Equipment in South Charleston for the last 3 years. Stay tuned and we'll walk around and see what all's here. As we walk around, we can see we've got a wide variety of tractors and power equipment and engines and different things, antiques and so forth. Our club, the West Virginia Antique Engine and Tractor Association, has a pretty full schedule for the summer this year. If you live within the area of Charleston, West Virginia, or Parkersburg, or Huntington, West Virginia, in those areas, please come out and join us and look at our Facebook page, the West Virginia Antique Engine and Tractor Association.
Got any new projects for the winter?
From the winter or for the winter?
Well, from this past winter, any new
This
projects?
one right here. You remember the hot bulb engine that was made out of that Briggs and Stratton, the flywheel key kept coming loose?
Yes, sir.
So I decided to have another try at a hot bulb engine, this time made out of an old Maytag. This one does actually run. It doesn't want to stay running, but it'll run for a few minutes at a time.
Oh.
So I'm going to be putting spark ignition on it eventually, but
Awesome.
that's what I've been working on.
Great.
And then making a carburetor for that one.
So you're building a carburetor for it?
Yeah, because I didn't have one, and the reproduction ones were expensive, and I decided to just try doing this. So it's just some pipe fittings, just a check valve right there, T-joint, then there's the fuel valve, and there's just this tank hanging here that I made out of 2 copper drinking cups that I brazed together.
Awesome.
Say for example, this is a block and jug.
Yeah.
I built it.
You gotta bring us some. Yeah. You gotta bring us some.
Yeah, I was going to bring it, but I figured there's no power behind it.
Yeah.
You actually,
Yeah. Once I go down the air tank, I'll throw that generator. I think we have one of those little tiny ones.
Yeah, we'll have to go up there when y'all go up there see and make that.
As you can see, we have a wide variety of stuff here at our show. We don't care if your equipment is in its working clothes or it's nicely restored, bring it out. We love to have everyone with us and all the equipment we can get.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Doing good. Enjoying myself.
I understand. Glad you come out.
Our 2 newest members brought today. It's a father and son team out of Chattanooga, West Virginia. They run a YouTube channel called Up the Holler. Please check them out. They have a large, great collection of
What kind of motor is this and what year is it?
It is a Rio engine, and it is off of a 1947 Rio reel mower. The mower was pretty well junk itself, the wheels, the chains, the gears, and everything, so we just jerked the engine off of it and kept it.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Up the holler.
Up the Holler. You gotta check him out.
Yeah, check it out.
All right. And what year is this termite backhoe or Gravely backhoe?
1967.
67.
It's they had 3 different versions of it. This is the very first version. The easiest way to tell that is by the 3-spool valve chest on it. It was it was down for a long time. I kind of figured out because I didn't want to have to change the valve chest. I wanted to keep the original. I tried fixing it, doing everything. You couldn't fix it. And I finally had bit the bullet and thought, you know what? I'm going to get on Northern Tow. I'm going to get me a valve chest, and we're just going to put a modern valve chest on today. I got on eBay, Found the exact valve chest, same number and everything on eBay.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now I still had to do some modifications. Just looking at you'd never know. But over on this side, see the original valve chest, even though it was just like this, same number and everything, its return line came straight out of the bottom of the valve chest and went into the tank. This one was not drilled for that. So I had to cut a hole in the side of the tank and put this in for a return. And then you can see I put a patch over that hole where the return used to be in the tank. So this was my modification I done to make this valve chest work.
Awesome.
But it looked factory.
It does. Looks great. Looks great. Yeah, well, thank you for the updates on it.
When I was talking to somebody about that, and I believe that serial number, that KD, has to do with the initials of whoever assembled this unit.
That's neat.
That's all right.
Oh, that's cool. How many years have you had it now?
I've had it for 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah, a funny story for me is I actually got hired at Terramite in 2000, I think it was 2003,
Oh, yeah?
through out there at the factory at Cross Lanes, and I went through the orientation, went to work one day, next day I showed up and they had a picket line out front. So that ended my career pretty quick at Terramite. But at that time they were building the TC5s, so,
Yeah.
which is what I actually ended up buying about 10 years later.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like it a lot. Well, so far we've had a pretty decent turnout over at our show. We're just up in the corner parking lot. But this company, Bridgeport Equipment, they're pretty well known in West Virginia and Southern Ohio. And they're really awesome. They carry John Deere and Steel and Yamaha, Ventrac. But I'm just kind of walking around their lot looking at some of the stuff they got. I like those Ventracs, but we really appreciate them letting us set up here and do a small show. This is our 3rd show we've done here. They got a rental yard here. So, it's a small show. We don't have a huge turnout, but we just try to use it to promote, our club in the area, which is really awesome. We've had several people stop by, which I love, and all of our club members love, have people stop by and young kids and see all the stuff. But Bridgeport does a lot of rental work, in the area, which is cool. But I just thought I'd show off, where we're at and, what they sell here. So, but anyhow, it's getting hot. We're going to be tearing down in a couple hours.
Thank you for watching this video. As you keep watching here, you'll see some more clips of today's show. If you live in and around central West Virginia, or anywhere really in West Virginia, please check out our club. We are the West Virginia Antique Engine and Tractor Association. We are based out of the Charleston, West Virginia area, and we do several shows throughout the year at different places such as Beach Fork State Park, the West Virginia State Farm Museum, Cedar Lakes and Ripley, and possibly a new show coming up in Logan, West Virginia, and along with the show at South Charleston that you've seen today. We don't care what you bring out. It can be antiques, farm equipment, power equipment, Gravely's, and so on and so forth. Little engines, whatever else. Please come out. Please check us out. We're on Facebook, the West Virginia Antique Engine and Tractor Association. Our next show will be July 5th at the Art and Craft Fair in Ripley, West Virginia. And it'll be a good time. Now it's time to load up and go home. Thank you as always for watching.